The absolute nerve of these people. The nerve of these people. Look at the two of them. And you know what? You know what? Oh, la 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 la. Anyway, like I said, Harry and Meghan should just get another chateau, a castle. There's so many castles all over Europe in particular, and probably in other parts of the world, but certainly in Europe and here in France, so many that they can get, and they can just let it go. But the more I think about it, is the more I'm sort of leaning against just giving up Frogmore Cottage. Now, it's not a beautiful house to me, but I don't think that's the test of whether Harry and Meghan should relinquish Frogmore Cottage or not. I think it's a much, much bigger issue, much deeper than just, oh, it's this unsexy house, who cares? It's really a question of the principle. It's a question of history. It's a question of the future. It's a question of respect. It's also, if you want to know the truth, a question of law. I mean, I'm not a lawyer in the strictest sense of the word. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I don't know anything about English law, right? And I barely, barely know anything about American law. Okay, just so we're clear on that. But if I had to make an argument against giving up on Frogmore Cottage, I would say to Harry and Meghan, I mean, look, who is your legal counsel here? And why are they not talking about promissory estoppel? In fact, you have more than promissory estoppel here, but at a minimum, you have promissory estoppel, right? Which is the doctrine that prevents a party from acting in a certain way because the first party promised not to, and the second party relied on that promise and acted upon it. Now, this all sounds very legal and so on and so forth, but that's why you have lawyers, right? That's why you pay them $1,000 an hour. I'm not getting paid $1,000 an hour, so I don't have to do their work for them. But you start there, okay? Step 1. Step 2, you go to proprietary estoppel, right? Proprietary estoppel is a legal claim, especially connected to English land law, okay, which may arise in relation to rights to use the property of the owner and may even be effective in connection with disputed transfers of ownership. Okay, proprietary estoppel transfers rights if someone is given a clear assurance that they will acquire a right over property. They reasonably rely on the assurance. They act substantially to their detriment on the strength of the assurance, and it would be unconscionable to go back on the assurance. This is proprietary estoppel. So you've got 2 estoppels right there, okay? And there are more, right? Now, then you want to look about revocation of gifts, right? Now, I understand that, this was a gift that was clearly a revocable gift because, it's not really the property of the queen or the monarch or the sovereign. It seems like it's more of a property of the state of England, right? It belongs to England, but it was gifted to you by the sitting monarch, or gifted to Harry and Meghan. And it seems to me, in order to revoke that gift, we need more than Andrew needs a new house, because you have so many properties in England. Look, I'm not going to be the lawyer for Harry's lawyer because I'm not getting paid to break my head on this. But I'm just saying, both Harry and Andrew should fight back. They should fight back because, and that's all due respect to Charles and Camilla, but it's not okay, I think, for Charles and Camilla to do what they're doing because they are not perfect. They are far from perfect. They have done a lot of things that they shouldn't even be in a position right now of being king and queen. Even to get married, they had to go and jimmy the laws because the laws said you can't marry somebody who's divorced. But it's more than just the fact that Camilla was divorced and Charles too. It's how that divorce even came about, what occurred before this divorce that makes them, I think, both so morally compromised that if they can be crowned king and queen in spite of it, then Andrew should be able to hang on to his residence. Again, estoppel applies in Andrew's case, and so should Harry. I'm just saying, I'm not going to do the legal work for your lawyers because nobody's paying me a dime, right? And I can't eat. But I'm telling you right now, if I were Harry and if I were Andrew, my lawyers would be contacting your lawyers. And we're going to talk this out, and you're going to tell me why I should give up my house and why you get to get all that you get despite everything that you have done. And you better have a better reason other than the fact that you are the monarch.